This is not just a thought experiment. Real US military drone work has already been described as game-like. A former US Air Force drone operator said missions could feel like playing a video game. Reports also describe the military recruiting gamers to operate drones. That is already uncomfortable. Now imagine adding points, badges, levels, and a public leaderboard to this kind of work. Mission completed, plus 100 points. Fast response, badge unlocked. Best operator of the week. Top of the board. At first, it might work. Soldiers may focus harder. They may react faster. They may compete to improve. The screen gives instant feedback, and the mission feels clearer. But this paper asks a deeper question: what happens to the reason for acting? In military work, that reason is not entertainment. It is duty, responsibility, discipline, and the weight of real human life. So here is the uncomfortable question: is the operator acting from responsibility and concern for human life? Or is the system slowly training the operator to think in points, rankings, and rewards? That is the moral problem of gamification. Gamification means putting game tools into activities that are not games: points, badges, levers, streaks, rankings, and feedback loops. The paper is not saying every game like system is evil. Sometimes it can make boring, stressful, or repetitive work easier to handle. But the danger is the replacement. The score can become louder than the purpose. From the outside, the outcome may look right. The mission is completed, the response is faster, the numbers improve, but from the inside, the reason can become thinner. The person may stop thinking, "This is my duty," and start thinking, "I need more points." The paper calls this a loss of moral worth. The action may be right, but the reason behind the action becomes weaker. That matters because not all good outcomes are morally the same. Helping someone because they matter is different from helping because the scoreboard rewards you. Good design should point back to the human purpose. A badge should remind us what matters: protection, responsibility, and real people. Bad design points only to the metric: faster, higher, more, more, more. So before we gamify serious work, especially military work, we should ask: does this increase dignity and responsibility, or does it make people easier to steer? And this question is bigger than the military. It applies to hospitals, schools, call centers, warehouses, and any workplace where people are turned into numbers. If work starts to feel like a game, do we gain focus or lose moral meaning? Tell me what you think in the comments. Now, zoom out from drones to ordinary work. Many jobs already look gamified: points for closing tickets, badges for sales, dashboards for speed, rankings for teams. The upside is real. Games can make boring work clearer. They give feedback, create momentum, help people learn, and make progress visible. But the moral risk is real too. A nurse, teacher, engineer, or service worker should not forget the human reason behind the task. People are not quests. Care is not just a score. So the question is not simply, should work be fun? The better question is, can the game point back to the purpose? Can points remind us someone was helped? Can badges honor skill without turning people into machines? Can leaderboards build teamwork, not shame? That is the win-win challenge. How do we keep the energy of games while protecting dignity, responsibility, and meaning? What would a good version look like? Tell me in the comments.